The Great Wall of China stands as a monumental testament to human endeavor. For centuries, its primary purpose has been understood as a colossal defensive fortification. Its immense scale, stretching for thousands of miles across rugged terrain, speaks volumes about the perceived threats faced by ancient Chinese empires. Emperors envisioned it as an impenetrable barrier, designed to protect the fertile heartlands of China from the nomadic horsemen of the northern steppes. The Xiongnu, the Mongols, and other groups were constant pressures on the empire's borders. The wall was the most ambitious solution conceived to manage these persistent incursions, a line drawn in stone and earth against the perceived chaos beyond. This conventional understanding forms the bedrock of its historical significance, a story of military strategy and imperial ambition played out on an epic scale. The construction of what we now call the Great Wall was not a single continuous project. Instead, it involved numerous dynasties over many centuries, each contributing sections or reinforcing existing ones. The first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, is famously credited with connecting earlier state walls around 221 BCE, laying a foundational, if brutal, beginning. However, the most extensive and well-preserved sections seen today are largely the work of the Ming dynasty from the 14th to the 17th century. They employed more sophisticated building techniques, using stone and brick instead of just rammed earth. Strategically placed fortresses, watchtowers, and garrison towns were integral to its design, allowing for rapid communication through smoke signals and the deployment of troops to threatened sectors, making it a complex military system. Despite its formidable appearance, the wall's effectiveness as an impenetrable military barrier is a subject of much historical debate and analysis. There were instances where it successfully deterred or channeled invading forces, allowing Chinese armies to engage them on more favorable terms. However, there were also significant breaches. Sometimes these occurred due to overwhelming military force, other times through treachery or when internal strife weakened the empire's defenses. Beyond its direct military function, the wall also served as a powerful symbol of imperial authority. It was a clear demarcation line between the civilized Sinitic world and the barbarian lands to the north, a physical manifestation of the empire's reach and its determination to control its frontiers. The sheer human cost of constructing and manning the Great Wall was staggering. Millions of laborers, soldiers, and convicts toiled under harsh conditions, and countless perished. This immense sacrifice, poured into a structure that was not always militarily infallible, has led some to ponder if there were deeper, perhaps less tangible motivations behind its centuries-long development. While defense was undeniably a core objective, the enduring commitment to such a vast and resource-intensive project hints at a significance that might transcend purely practical military considerations. The wall became woven into the very fabric of Chinese identity, a silent guardian with stories yet to be fully told. Beyond its role as a physical barricade against human armies, an intriguing layer of belief suggests the Great Wall also served as a spiritual line of demarcation. Ancient Chinese cosmology was replete with concerns about malevolent spirits, demonic entities, and negative energies. These were often believed to emanate from the untamed, uncultured lands to the north and west, regions perceived as wild and spiritually chaotic. The wall, in this context, was not merely a barrier for soldiers, but a gigantic talismanic boundary intended to contain these unseen threats. It was thought to protect the spiritual purity and harmony of the Middle Kingdom from supernatural incursions, a metaphysical shield as much as a military one. This concept adds a fascinating dimension to its purpose. The specific spiritual threats perceived were varied and deeply rooted in folklore and traditional beliefs. Restless spirits of those who died far from home, nature demons inhabiting the desolate steppes, and unseen forces of ill fortune were all part of this spiritual landscape. The vast, sparsely populated northern regions were considered particularly potent sources of such malevolent influences. Therefore, the Great Wall's alignment and construction might have incorporated rituals and symbolic elements designed to repel these specific spiritual entities. Its very presence was intended to act as a deterrent, a line that spirits dared not cross, ensuring the spiritual well-being of the empire's inhabitants living south of its protective embrace, shielding them from otherworldly harm. Evidence for this spiritual dimension can be found in the placement of temples, shrines, and spirit screens at various points along the wall. These were not solely for the religious observances of the garrisoned soldiers, though that was a part of it. Many were dedicated to deities known for their protective qualities, such as Guan Yu, the god of war and loyalty, or various local earth gods. These structures were intended to sanctify the wall itself, imbuing it with spiritual power and reinforcing its role as a barrier against evil. Offerings and ceremonies would have been regularly performed to maintain its spiritual efficacy, ensuring the constant vigilance of these divine guardians against the unseen forces that lurked beyond. This idea frames the Great Wall as a kind of second skin for the Chinese Empire, a boundary defining not just political territory but also the realm of cosmic order versus spiritual wilderness. It was meant to safeguard the meticulously cultivated harmony within the empire, based on Confucian principles and Taoist understanding of nature, from the disruptive and polluting influences thought to reside in the lands beyond. The wall, therefore, symbolized the empire's efforts to impose order not just on the physical world but also on the spiritual plane, maintaining a delicate balance deemed essential for prosperity and stability. Its immense length was a testament to the perceived scale of this metaphysical struggle. The ancient Chinese practice of feng shui, or wind water, played a crucial role in the siting and design of significant structures, from tombs and homes to entire cities. This intricate system is based on the belief in qi, pronounced qi, the vital life force or energy that flows through the universe and the earth. The harmonious flow of qi was considered essential for prosperity, health, and good fortune. It is highly plausible that a project of the Great Wall's magnitude, which reshaped landscapes and defined the empire's edge, would have been deeply influenced by feng shui principles, ensuring it aligned with or even enhanced the positive flow of terrestrial energies for the benefit of the realm. A compelling concept within this framework is the idea of the Great Wall as an earth dragon, or a structure built along powerful dragon veins, long mai, lines of concentrated qi that run through the landscape. Its serpentine path, clinging to mountain ridges and traversing valleys, is not solely attributable to defensive strategy. From a feng shui perspective, this path may have been carefully chosen to follow or harness these energetic currents. The wall, in this view, was not just a static barrier, but a dynamic participant in the landscape's energy system, designed to channel beneficial qi towards the heart of the empire and block or divert negative energies coming from the north. Historical clues lend credence to these beliefs, while direct textual evidence explicitly stating the wall is an earth dragon might be scarce. The broader cultural context supports it. Tang dynasty maps, for instance, sometimes depicted mountain ranges with dragon-like symbolism, reflecting the understanding of landscape as a living, energetic entity. Furthermore, Han Dynasty stone tablets and literary references occasionally allude to the spiritual or cosmic significance of border defenses, going beyond mere military utility. These artifacts suggest that the builders and planners were aware of deeper geomantic considerations, viewing the wall as more than just bricks and mortar, but as a tool for cosmic alignment. The intention might have been even more profound: to pin down or stabilize the powerful, sometimes volatile energies of the Earth Dragon. By constructing the wall along these potent lines, the Empire could seek to control and direct these forces, ensuring they contributed to its strength and longevity, rather than becoming a source of disruption or disaster. In this interpretation, the wall becomes a monumental act of geomancy, a sophisticated attempt to harmonize human endeavors with the subtle but powerful energies of the natural world. This perspective transforms the wall from a simple defensive line into a complex instrument of imperial statecraft, managing both visible and invisible realms for the Empire's well-being. The immense age and dramatic history of the Great Wall have naturally given rise to a rich tapestry of local legends and superstitions. Many sections, particularly those that are remote or less restored, are steeped in folklore. Stories abound of guardian spirits, the ghosts of toiling laborers, or spectral armies still patrolling its ramparts on moonless nights. These tales, passed down through generations of local communities living in the wall's shadow, speak of its enduring presence in the collective imagination. Certain passes or towers are considered particularly auspicious or conversely unlucky, with locals recounting specific events or feelings associated with these places, adding to their mystique. This rich folklore contributes to the idea of forbidden zones along the Great Wall. These are not always officially restricted areas, though some remote or dangerous sections are indeed closed to the public for safety reasons. More often, these zones are defined by local belief and oral tradition, places that people avoid due to stories of curses, unsettling encounters, or the presence of ancient protective enchantments. These forbidden areas, whether real or imagined, fuel speculation about what secrets they might hold, perhaps hidden chambers, undiscovered artifacts, or sites of forgotten rituals performed centuries ago to imbue the wall with its spiritual strength. Beyond folklore, there are also accounts, both historical and more contemporary, of unexplained phenomena associated with the Great Wall. Ancient chronicles occasionally mention strange lights, unusual sounds, or even the mysterious disappearance of patrols or travelers in its vicinity, though these are often hard to verify. More tantalizing are archaeological discoveries of sealed chambers or unusual artifacts whose purpose is not immediately clear, hinting at rituals or functions beyond simple defense or habitation. These finds suggest that parts of the wall may have had specialized, perhaps secret roles that have been lost to time, their original meaning now obscured. Ultimately, the Great Wall of China remains a structure of profound mystery despite its global fame. While its primary defensive purpose is well documented, the sheer scale of its construction, the spiritual beliefs interwoven with its history, and the lingering tales and unexplained occurrences suggest that its true significance may be far more complex than commonly understood. Perhaps it was a grand attempt to not only defend an empire, but also to order the cosmos, to protect against threats both seen and unseen. The Great Wall continues to guard its deepest secrets, inviting endless fascination and speculation about the full extent of its ancient, enigmatic purpose.